Hello? Oh, hi, darling.
Half a world away, another day. So let's go play on the moon. It's a starry place. We embrace the space while we're miles away on the moon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Other Line. I am your host, Kelly Keegs. We are just hanging out today, ladies.
Yep, we're
What's
here.
going on? How's everybody? Not too much new. Nothing crazy going on. But
Yeah.
for real, how are you guys? Gia, how was your trip?
Good. I'm excited to be back in the city.
Love it.
Lots of traveling, very tired, but it was fun. Good vibes all around. But yeah, just definitely happy to be back.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really went. I didn't realize you were going to Boston as well.
Yep.
How
yeah.
was the parade?
It was fun. It was crazy. People from Boston need to fucking get a grip. But
They're nuts. That is
nuts.
true. I've been saying that about
It's
Boston.
crazy. I think Bree and Grace are the only two people I like from Boston.
No, that is facts.
Yeah.
Same with like Feidelberg. He's
Yeah.
kind of from the outskirts. You know, he claims Boston.
Yeah, then I guess like Gaz and Dave. Like
Sure.
Yeah.
But again, like I think in my head, I'm like, if I were to see those bozos on the street, would they be my besties? Like I don't know. So
Yeah.
it's
It
never
was
know.
just crazy. They just have no respect for people's boundaries whatsoever.
Nope.
So.
No respect for boundaries, and they're all like drunk and gross.
Yeah,
that's just
facts.
That's just
Yep.
what it is. And I went to Boston for the first time for a friend's 21st birthday party, and I acted like a fool, obviously, the whole time because I was also like 21.
Yeah.
But I also noticed like how everybody was acting and like how just nobody had any regard for the world. Like it's
It
almost
was
like
crazy.
people take a sip of alcohol and then it's like we're on another planet and
Yeah.
nothing matters and it's okay if things get broken. It's okay if people get hit in the face.
Oh
It's
my
okay
God.
if, like,
I
and that
got
to me
literally bodied by so many people. It was crazy.
it's crazy that restless energy that Boston gives
Yeah.
is not for me.
Yeah.
My anxiety is too high.
I agree.
Can't handle
I
it.
love the city. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, would never, ever stay there for more than a weekend.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Madeline, how are you? I
Good,
saw you went out this weekend. I saw you put a cute outfit on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thanks, guys.
Of course, it was adorable.
Good. I'm glad to be back with my girlies.
Of course.
It was a long time of not being here.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Gia and
Yeah,
I get
what, was it 2 weeks all in all?
It was like a week and a half, kind of.
Damn, yeah.
yeah. But then like Gia leaves and then I have no one to get lunch with. And so then I've just been
really
bored.
hard.
Yeah.
That is such a. I love that you guys are like work best. Like I know you guys are besties for real, but I love that you guys are work besties because I have so many people. So many of my very close friends now, present day, started as work besties.
Yeah.
Have stayed friends for so many years, and it warms my heart because these are
Yeah.
the conversations we would always have when we work together. Like, let's get lunch. Let's do this. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
it
And
was
somebody would go on
perfect.
vacation. It's like fuck you for even like
No.
going anywhere. Like,
Literally-
fuck you for going there for
literally.
work. Yeah, it's like, well, I just like sit here, Steven Glansberg, like straight up.
Yeah,
you
man. I
know?
was like, who am I supposed to get lunch with? Like,
No,
what am I supposed to
exactly.
do?
I just Uber Eats all last week. So I was like, there's literally no point in getting up from my desk. Like there's nothing for me to
Exactly,
live
yeah.
for at this moment.
Yeah.
And then you wake up this morning and then I get like literally I wake up every morning. What's the lunch vibes?
Yeah. I always
love
look
it.
forward to that text. Like, what are we going to get for lunch?
I love it.
And then I get to think about it.
brings
It's
me
my favorite
back.
thing.
Brings
Yeah.
me back. I will say that about Barstool. It's not like we get lunch. Nobody really gets lunch together in like the content area because everybody's so busy doing
Yeah.
things at different times, and so there isn't like a lunch time. But I am always people will get lunch and they'll get back to their desk, and we'll be sitting and eating. I'm always just influenced by what other people are getting.
Yeah.
So like Tommy sits next to me. Tommy smokes, and he'll come in with some lunch, and he'll open it up, and I'll just smell it once, and I'll be
And
like,
you're
"Oh,
like, oh,
what
I
are you
want
eating?"
that, yeah.
And he's like, blah, 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 Naya or whatever, and I'm like, "Damn, that smells so fucking good."
Yeah.
And then I end up getting it
That's
myself.
what happened
but-
to us today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend got that taco truck that's down on.
Oh my God! Everyone keeps talking about that taco
It's
truck.
really good.
Spider was trying to get me the other
really
day,
good.
and I was like, I gotta walk.
Yeah.
I know we usually don't go more than a
No,
block.
more than a
Yeah,
block,
no,
yeah.
forget it. I'm so
Yeah.
lazy for lunch. Like, and it sucks too because there are so many places to eat around us. Obviously, we're so spoiled, New York
Yeah.
City, blah blah blah.
Right.
But it's just really easy to order food and
Yeah,
have
it
it delivered.
is. It is.
It's hard.
But yeah,
I-
it was nice.
I also feel like a lot of people leave the office, not just this office, offices across the world, that leave the office in the middle of the day to like break it up and go for a walk.
Yeah,
and do
totally.
whatever.
Yeah,
If
it's nice.
If I do that, I get out of my flow. I can't. I need to like be working at work. Otherwise, if I go take a break and come back, I'll be like, oh man, like now I gotta keep working. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
right.
It makes me unproductive for some reason. That's something I've learned like later in life.
I like need that break to get
Yeah.
up because
Because then I'll just get bored of like sitting.
Yeah,
It
for
like
sure.
it like restarts my attention span kind of. My attention span has been so bad lately.
Yeah.
It's actually like disturbing. I'll make one clip, look at my phone, make one clip, look at my phone. Like I can't not look at my phone. It's disgusting.
No, I feel the exact same way. Do you know that I set up the like time limits on myself?
I need
I
that.
ignore them every time.
Right, because you
But-
can just
but
click
I-
ignore. It really doesn't do
Right,
anything.
but it does though. It does make me feel guilty. Like when I each one is I have TikTok is an hour, which is absurd.
That's
and then
that's
I have
like
I know.
1.5 TikToks.
Mostly because I'm just like I don't right exactly. Mostly just because I'm like I don't need to be on TikTok for 6 hours. Like I as the age that I am, the things I need to do, like I don't need to be on this app for 6 hours. So I obviously always ignore it. Twitter, I think, is like 2 hours. Same with Instagram. And I have to factor in like work and whatever, but I do a lot of Twitter on computer, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I like every time I get it, I start to feel guilty, but it does remind me like, fuck girl, like you've been, your eyes are going to fall out of your head.
It's
like,
so
if you're not
bad.
careful.
Oh my God.
But I'm the same way lately. And I don't know what it is because it's not like I am. It's not like I'm getting updates or notifications or whatever. I'm just like obsessive compulsively refreshing, and it's making me sick. I'm like, this is insane.
Literally,
that
I
this
just
is
had
happening.
I just had like the weekly social meeting, and I was sitting there like listening to people talk about whatever they needed to talk about, and I was sitting there being like, God, I have like nothing to look at right now. Like I have nothing to like entertain myself with, and I was like, in my head I didn't even think about TikTok, but I go, I just want to look at something that isn't. I don't have to like. There's no end. I want to look at something never ending, and I was like,
Never
oh my God, it was so bad.
You need to
I
start
didn't
pulling
even-
up like Subway Surfers when you watch.
And I was like, do I go on like? I was like, what can I look
Go
at
watch
right now?
like a 16-hour movie on
And I was like,
YouTube or
Madeline,
something.
you're
That
like
shit is so
craving
nuts.
TikTok like a cigarette. Like you
It's
are
gross.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's
It is
disgusting.
so
It was really bad. It was a
gross.
really bad comparison.
It's so bad. I don't even know. Like, I wish I could give advice as to like how to stop doing that. I
Nah.
have no advice.
No, I have no
am
idea.
So deep inside this internet hole,
Yeah.
and I'm desperately trying to claw my way out, but it's
so
not
bad.
working.
And we're so deep in it with work. Too.
I know too.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. Like, I can't just throw my phone in the river and move on. Like,
No.
Yeah.
I was watching a clip from KFC Radio the other day. They had Chris Stefano on, who I love, comedian, very funny. He has cut himself off social media entirely, and he said I think 6 months he's been off, like clean.
Yeah, like-
but he said he was like, I understand that I have the privilege of being able to hire somebody to run my socials,
right.
which for work that's fine, but I can't even wrap my head around that. Imagine if you missed 6 months worth of memes and videos and pop culture
It's like going to
inside
jail.
information. Right, exactly. You come out and you're like, who's this? Like, it's 6 months.
You wouldn't
is
know who
20
Ice Spice is.
Years on the internet.
Like what the fuck?
No, I yeah.
6 months is 20 years on the internet.
That's
like,
crazy.
You can't. It's crazy, and I wonder how many. And I would love people to get back to me on this or DM me about this. How many people just aren't so online that they are okay with missing all of these things. Like they're
Right.
fine with missing the memes
But the
and
thing
the
is, it's-
inside jokes and whatever.
Usually those people are like such pretentious assholes. You know
So
what I mean?
true.
They're like,
they're always like, ugh,
like
I don't let my
I'm-
phone
I don't
run me.
need TikTok. Like TikTok's for children. Like whatever. Like shut up.
Like what do you do?
I'm like,
Watching dancing videos? Like no.
No,
No,
I'm
bitch.
watching
It
a
served just for
slideshow
me.
of depressing memes.
Yes. I'm watching a slideshow of a mother-daughter relationship. I'm watching Sylvia Plath.
I'm getting tips on anxious avoidant attachment issues. And also parents with narcissism.
Yeah, literally. That's hilarious.
Literally. It's such a dark hole. Can I
Yeah.
say too, I've noticed about TikTok, especially like the algorithm, whatever. It serves you whatever you want to see. I swear to God, it changes up when it's at night. Like during the day.
It's so many more
Yes.
During the day, it's like, ooh, fun poppy stuff. Ooh, clip from the
Yeah.
Taylor Swift concert. Ooh, this,
Yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
that. At night, it's
like
like,
normal
you have
people.
undiagnosed
Yeah.
ADHD, and that's what's been ruining your life.
Yeah,
I'm like,
literally.
like, I need Adderall. I don't know.
Like, here's 5 endings to the saddest movies you've ever watched, and it's like all like heartbreak, like mashups. You're like, oh my God, get me out of here.
Oh my God, Gia, that's so real. The heartbreak mashups
It's like
of the
Connell
movies.
saying bye to
Yes,
Marianne at the end of the
I swear
movie.
to God, I just saw that. I just fucking saw that.
I
I'm
keep
crying.
hearing one where it's like, yeah, my boyfriend called me pretty, but Connell said that he's
my
not
God.
religious, but sometimes he thinks
Yeah,
God made you.
yeah.
No, have you guys seen the one where it's like Daisy Edgar Jones, the picture of her,
Oh my
and
God.
in the background
Oh my
it's
God.
Connell.
Oh my
the
God.
picture with Phoebe
woman.
Bridgers,
Oh my
but
God.
look at her. Yeah,
Yeah.
the other woman.
We'll always cry ourselves
Damn,
to sleep. Yeah.
Dude, we are all on the same fucking TikTok.
Yeah,
Like,
we us three totally have the same
like
For You
right
page.
there, or it's The Last of Us.
Last
and it's
of
just
Us.
Pedro,
God, I know.
it's Pedro Pascal like
Pedro
having like sex with me like
Right,
on the
right,
phone.
right. Him eating chips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him
that
eating
meme. I
chips.
love that meme. That's so
Fucking
funny.
always. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
hilarious.
I love
see, like,
TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can I limit
Yeah.
myself to 1 hour of this magic?
I
Like,
know.
I can't.
And if one of us didn't have TikTok, we'd be so left out of the conversation.
exactly.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
it. It all comes down to FOMO, and I just
Yeah.
I cannot be the one missing out. I
Yeah.
refuse. And
And,
it's
like,
hard.
Posting too. Like if I deleted TikTok, like then I can't post on TikTok.
Right.
Poopy
It's
We-
like,
and what would
right.
Poopy
And
Weiner
then
do?
Poopy Weiner couldn't
Yeah, what's gonna happen to
thrive.
Poopy Weiner? I
Exactly.
also saw you're having an identity crisis
About
with
Poopy
Poopy
Weiner.
Weiner.
I know.
About the name.
You can't change it.
I can't change it because I love it so much. It's like
Yeah.
that was like the funniest thing to me in college. Like it's people
still the
don't get that it's like
funniest
an
thing to
inside
you.
joke
Of course,
with
it's
my
an
college
inside.
friends.
I
yeah.
thought for sure it was an inside joke. I
Yeah.
didn't know with who, but I was like, it's definitely an inside joke. And
like
and
my
whatever.
Snapchat private story is named Poopy Weiner. Like it's just been like
Yeah.
a thing for a while. And you know, when I get like new people on my TikTok, whatever, they're always like, "Oh my god, like what is this name?" Like I had one TikTok go viral, and all the comments were like, "Oh, like I love this video," and then I realized that the person who posted is Poopy Weiner. Like it sounds so gross, and
It does.
You
But
know?
again, if they know you, they know it's like a joke and they
Yeah.
know it's funny and it's like a part of the thing.
Yeah.
And whatever. And I think
I'll never change it. But
I
I
don't think
do
you
always
should.
think about like if I did just put my name, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe it would be like maybe I would
does
like
it have your name? Like your handle is it? But does it have your name in
it's
the
just
thing? Or
it's
is
like
it also-
G-Dog.
Oh, G-Dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 I like, you know what?
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
like it like that too because I just like, I
It's
don't
like an
really
alter
want like
ego.
Barstool people like
That's what I mean. You can kind of
Mine's not my name.
right. You can
Yeah.
run through the streets a little incognito.
I think it's
100%.
better. Yeah.
I always am
I
like
do
because
think
people
about
do
it.
that all the time. People do what's the other
Like a dump
called?
or whatever. Like a
Oh, like a Finsta?
the other
Like a
TikTok?
Finsta
Like
for
you have
TikTok.
your main TikTok and then it's
Oh, like a burner.
yeah, like
not
a burner.
but people say it. Like Brie has two. Brie has her regular
Spam?
one.
Spam.
My spam
Yeah.
account. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have two or three,
Yeah.
whatever they do. And I always think it's interesting and funny. Charlie D'Amelio has one too. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of
Everyone
people, everyone
does,
has
yeah.
them, especially if you have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
But I always think it's amazing how like the original account that they got all the followers on will, they have all the followers, they're still posting
Yeah.
videos. They make this spam account and it gets just as much interaction. People still love it. And
People
it's like you're
rather
building,
see like your actual
The
personality.
unedited.
Yeah.
right.
part of
People
you.
love an unedited, especially
love spam
TikTok.
accounts.
It's like
Yeah.
the perfect place for it. But I think that having those both like that is so funny, especially with the growth. But I think that you're growing just fine. I see
Yeah.
you have so many likes on all of your shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you have
crush
a lot
it.
of followers for just being like.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in it. Like
You
Yeah.
crush it.
influencer.
Don't
I
question
know.
yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
I also was just
Be
like,
yourself.
I had that thought in my head when I was going to bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, that would be kind of be a funny video if I was like, who is Poopy Weiner? Like,
That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Honestly, you should. Well, I saw your post the other day when you turned the camera
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about it,
That was the
talking
one
about
where I
it.
was like,
That was great.
existential crisis. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, girl. We're all trying to get through. We're all
Yeah.
trying to beat ourselves.
I had this woman like ask me to. I don't know if I told you about this, but this woman like asked to interview me about like jelly cats on.
oh my god, yes, you did, but I didn't hear
Yeah.
the story of it. You just like
She-
mentioned it offhandedly, and I was
She
like,
just
what?
she
Yeah.
commented on my TikTok, and I thought it was like a fake person, but I ended up
Yeah.
emailing her, and it was a real woman, and she was like, "Oh, like is it like I'm guessing that you're a Poopy Weiner?" Like I was like, "You work at the Wall Street Journal, and you're asking me if my
like,
name's
please-
Poopy Weiner."
Please stop. That is
Yeah.
tough. That is tough.
Yeah.
Because what do you say? But whatever. Again,
Yeah.
whatever. That's the only time it does get like embarrassing. Like
Yeah.
I always hate handles for that reason. Whenever you get quoted in something, and this was a problem I had early days, like when I did like Plane Breakup and I was talking shit online, BuzzFeed always picked up my tweets and stuff, and it was great. But it would say like user Keegs141, and it's like, this just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
So but everybody knows that like usernames and shit are they're just that. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's dumb. Like it is what it is. People, because my name isn't attached to it, people be like, this girl looks like Mad Dog from Barstool. I'm like, Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow. I say, wow, I know. I get that all the time.
I know.
It's so
Oh
crazy.
my God. Yeah, like
I
me and
know.
the celeb.
She's so hot. Thanks for
I
the
know.
compliment.
Wow, she's so sexy. God.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's hilarious. but
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what you got to do. That's you got to have that vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be yourself. Always be yourself. And I think that
Yeah,
will lead us into a little discussion we're going to have. A quick discussion. I always say that and then it ends up being an hour. But a quick fucking discussion. I have to tell everybody what's going on. To anybody that's listening to this for maybe the first time, you're checking me out because you saw me talking shit online. Welcome. This is the Thunderdome. We talk some shit. But to be honest, not that much. Like I feel like I talk shit in a way that, or I like to think that I talk shit in a way that makes sense and is true. And it's also not as serious as people think. I have a very monotone tone of voice and maybe some things I say sound rude, but really I just want to be truthful about everything that happens all the time. And it bothers me when I see other people being fake, and I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does. And after a while, if something's happening and I see some fake shit going on and I see people falling for it or people like just acting foolish, I always am wanting to say something about it and be like, hey, but you're being fake as fuck. Like, why are you acting like this? You're not really like this. And sometimes it's well received and sometimes it's not. But this instance, I believe it was pretty well received by the internet.
Right.
For once, the internet's on my side.
Yeah.
Internally, it's yet to be determined. We're not sure about that just yet. But so yesterday, I wrote a blog talking about the Mean Girl podcast, which is a podcast that's a part of Barstool Sports. You should listen. They're two great girls, whatever. I wrote a podcast about it because we post on the Barstool main page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, whatever, every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. We're posting clips from this Mean Girls podcast with these two girls, Alex and Jordan, who I know both. Jordan sits behind me at my desk. I know her well enough. I talked to her like that. I did Barstool vs. America with Alex. I knew her well at that time. I don't anymore. And they have had this podcast for about a year. And I would say 3 or 4 months ago, they started capitalizing on these like ridiculous clips that were getting a lot of attention online. So they would basically say dumb shit, and then the clips would get like millions of views, all like these hate comments, like all this bullshit, whatever. And it helped build their brand. And now they have this successful brand at Barstool, and we hear about it in every single meeting that we have. And in my head, I'm like, that's wonderful that they're successful. I don't want this to come across as if I don't want them to be successful or if I'm tearing down other women. If this was somebody else in the company that wasn't a woman, I would say the same shit. They just happen to be the ones that are doing this. And I also think it's annoying when people are like, you can't talk shit about women because it doesn't support women. I'm like, I can call out people that are being stupid. Like that's just what this is. I hate the clips. They're so ridiculous. Yesterday, Monday, a clip came out where it was so mind-numbingly stupid that I just couldn't be quiet anymore. I just couldn't let them continue to perpetuate this stereotype that the women at Barstool are fucking stupid when I know that I personally have tried to change every single like male listener, male viewer at Barstool's mind on women because we all know that's a fucking hurdle. Men inherently hate women low-key. Like, so you just really have to try.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's unique to Barstool. That's all over the place. It's like people don't want to listen to women all the time because they don't think that they make valid points. People don't respect women. People don't think they're funny. People don't think that they're smart. Like, that's just, these are things that we've dealt with our entire lives. And I'm not trying to like turn this into like a man versus woman thing either, but I will say that at Barstool, there are so few women who do content that when one female brand is being pushed more than the others, it starts to look like that is the female representation of Barstool. And that what they're putting out, what they're putting forward is not representative of what their content actually is. Their podcast is good. They talk about, lifestyle, relationship advice, a lot of relationship stuff. That's their vibe. And it's all fine. Using this like dumb girl clickbait it's like gotta stop. You know what I mean? Like they have this established brand for a long time now and they're better than that and they don't need to resort to that anymore. And I don't know why they're still doing it because every single Monday when their podcast comes out on Mondays, we see these clips because all the main channels post them and it just pisses everybody off starting at 10 a.m. And I'm sitting here like, and I get questions from people in the real world. I get DMs all the time from listeners, from whoever being like, what the fuck is this girl's problem? Like whatever. And everyone in the office talks shit about it. Everyone is always being like, what the fuck? Like these clips are stupid. Does anybody even listen to their show because their clips are so dumb? Like, it sucks when everybody is talking shit about something. And in my head, I know these girls know about the online hate. I wasn't sure if they knew about the in-office hate, although they have to. Everybody's like literally talk shit to their face all the time. So I'm not really sure how they don't know. So I decided to be like the girl that says the thing. Like, none of the girls will say anything. We'll talk shit. We'll see the clips and we'll be like, what the fuck is this? These girls are out of their minds. But that's like the extent of it. So I wrote a blog that basically broke down that I think it's ridiculous. And I think that we as women, as a society, need to step away from like dumb girl shit is cool and funny and whatever. Because it's not. It's just not cool to be stupid. Like, I don't know. It's just lame as fuck. And that's how I feel. So I said all of that. As of today, it's been a little over 24 hours since the blog came out, and they have not said a word to me. And I thought for sure that these girls would get in the mix with me. They get hate like this all the time, like I said. And Alex specifically loves it, loves to be in the mix with people. She loves the hate, motivates her. Good for her. Jordan, I don't know if she likes it as much. She tolerates it, but she, I think, cares a little bit more about how she speaks and what she says and how it's perceived. So I thought that in writing this blog, it was scathing, I won't lie. It was borderline mean, but it wasn't mean. It was truthful. Sometimes the truth is hurtful. And I said in this blog that I learned a valuable lesson in college, and I've said this before on this podcast, that you need to surround yourself with people who will call you out on your bullshit when you're embarrassing yourself and when you're looking stupid. And everybody is talking about it because those are your real friends. Those are people that are telling you the truth. And those are people that want you to be the best version of yourself. And at a place like this, that kind of conversation could happen behind closed doors. Although we work in a circus and we work in a fantasy factory, and this place is like a joke when it comes to real conversations. So writing a blog about it or making it content is better for the brand. And so I decided I'm not even going to talk to them about it. I'm just going to write this blog and then give them the opportunity to respond the way that they want to respond. They could tell me literally like, oh, really, Kelly? Like, shut the fuck up. We can't hear you with all of our YouTube views while you're down there with 500 people watching your show. Like, of course they could say that shit. Their clips go crazy viral. Their YouTube, I was looking at their YouTube like numbers the other day. They're great. Like, I have no qualms about what's happening with the success of their pod. What bothers me, like I said, is just perpetuating the stereotype of women are stupid and, you know, we don't need to elevate our content to appease the masses. And I have a big problem. And that too is like part of a bigger discussion within Barstool with the social team and also with like the world. I hate that the only way to grow or so it seems, I hate that it seems like the only way to grow and to be successful is to bait people into listening to your show with clips that inspire outrage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. Like I would love someone to just see a clip of us chatting and saying something funny or saying something insightful and whatever and be like, wow, it's a good show. I'd like to go listen. And I'd love for that to be like the clickbait that we need. I don't like that this whole world just wants to get mad about something and that's like what you leave behind. Because at this point, everyone only watches clips, okay? Like people will watch a show, people will listen, whatever, but clips are king. And that's just the way the world is now. And so for that to be the representation, I can't imagine that's what they want. I know that it's not what I would want. And I also know that it just kind of looks bad. Like it generally looks bad, I think. And I just think like women are smarter than that. Women are better than that. I know that these girls are smarter and better than that. And if they came out and they were like, Kelly, shut the fuck up. Like this is all a big, ruse. Like we're doing this on purpose. Like we want this hate. We want that vibe. And I'd be like, okay, fine. But damn, that sucks. Like I wish that you didn't because again, we all look stupid standing next to you. But I don't know. It's just sometimes you have to say the things that everybody's saying, even if it's uncomfortable. And I just feel like that's what I took upon myself. And that's what's happening. Everybody in the office is pretty aligned with me, I'd say, because people get sick of them getting posted on social. That's not really my issue. Like, I don't care how many times they're posted. I just care that they're getting posted because we want outrage. And that to me is like, well, then what the fuck are we? Like, or do any of us have brains? Like, do we even, I don't know. It's almost like we're talking down to our fans. And that to me is like, I don't know. I just feel like fans are smarter than that. Like they don't have to read a clip or watch a clip about like, I don't wash my hands. Like, stop. And it's just too much. And I know that Brie and Grace already did that. And I talked shit about them at the time too. I said, those girls are fucking gross. Yeah. And what's their problem? But to me, Brie and Grace are like, I know them better as people. And I also know that I know that they would hate that I would say this, but they're younger and to me they're children. And I'm like, whatever, you kids are running around, you're drunk and you're not washing your hands.
They
and that's
own
your
that
life.
character.
Exactly. And they know that they are like the trash from Boston. They're best friends. They're doing this. And obviously they like are much more than that, but they do those things and it's not a surprise. And I know that they're also trying to get clicks as well and like in a funny way. And we all know that they're not really like that. Meanwhile,
and at the same time, they're not being like, there was less disease back then. Like,
right, they don't. They're just being that clip was
Dinosaurs
just them
are-
being gross.
yeah, they were
not them
Dinosaurs are a
being
methodical
stupid.
character. Like
No, it's too much. Like
No.
it's right. It's I just hate. It reminds me, and I wrote this in my blog too. I like referenced Jessica Simpson. It reminds me of when Jessica Simpson was like all over the tabloids for being stupid. The chicken of the sea, tuna, fish, whatever. Like if you guys remember that from like the 2000s, but it
Tense up.
oh,
is that what that is?
No, keep going. I'll tell you later.
Oh my god,
Tense
octopus.
pussy.
Yeah.
I love him.
I know, but he calls octopus.
That's
the,
right.
the
That's
chicken
right.
Of the sea.
Yes. I knew,
Sorry.
okay. Took me a minute. What is his real name?
Jake. Yeah.
Jake from TikTok. We love him. The guy who does the impersonation.
Tense up.
Yeah, tense up.
Yeah.
Incredible. He's so great. Octopus lover.
Octopus
Yeah.
Lover 8.
Yeah. Okay. But he says, "Hey, pussies."
Yeah.
That's like his thing. I
Pussy
love it.
PSA.
Octopus.
Pussy PSA. Yeah. The
Imagine if we did-
mean girls are getting blogged about.
That was a perfect. Yeah. Pussy PSA.
Yeah.
Imagine if we didn't have TikTok. Like again.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, we wouldn't know what
And
any
we
of this
wouldn't know
was.
about him.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know what any of this was. Anyway, so what is?
Jessica.
Oh my God.
He's back.
The plant it tingles.
The plant is literally on my side
Yeah.
every time. Like
Yeah.
it was just
He's
inside my
comforting
shirt.
you, yeah.
Yeah, it was inside my shirt on the back of my neck. Wow.
Jessica Simpson. Chicken of the
Jessica
sea.
Simpson, thank you. So even at that time, I remember thinking like, it's annoying that we're all talking about like, oh, this dumb girl, this dumb blonde said something stupid, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, okay, people say stupid things. Yes. But now everybody for the rest of time is always like, Jessica Simpson's an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, is that not the first thing you think of when you're like, Jessica Simpson, great shoes, obsessed. Newlyweds, Nick Lachey, and Chicken of the Sea, she's an idiot. Like those are Jessica Simpson's things. And that fucking sucks because she's so much more than that. She's wonderful. And maybe she's like come out of that now so many years later. But I just don't want to sit by and watch someone be okay with everybody thinking they're fucking stupid when they're not. I won't have it. I won't do it. And I would say, like I said before, I think mostly a lot of people in the office are aligned with me because again, they are like, the clips thing, it's frustrating. We hear about how great they're doing, but we do other kinds of content and nobody wants to do that kind of content just to do well. And we don't want that to be the precedent that's set for everyone else because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you guys, like, I haven't washed my hands and like, I also pick my nose and eat it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not the shit that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I just hate it. And so whatever. So I said all that shit. People are on my side. Dave weighed in, said he loves me again. He always is saying he loves me. It makes me feel so good. I'm like, thank God. Because I was worried. I was like, oh no, like I might get in trouble a little bit because I was talking shit too about the social team. Like I wasn't just talking shit about the girls. And so I was worried about that. He basically said like, I like Kelly. I appreciate her point of view. She's passionate about it, whatever. But if I hear that these girls are getting results, so they should just keep doing what they're doing, which of course he's going to say that obviously. And I agree, like do what you're going to do, whatever, just like, I don't know, maybe with a little more integrity, but
that's what the issue is.
That's the thing, right? It's just like, ugh. But so the only thing that's bothered me in the wake of this is the constant, and this has bothered me across the board for a lot of different brands. This happens, the comparisons to Call Her Daddy that the mean girls are getting, and the comparisons to Call Her Daddy that other people have gotten before in the company when they are on they're skyrocketing to fame or like they're doing well.
It's so annoying.
It's
to
very
me
annoying
how everyone gets compared to Call Her Daddy.
It doesn't
or
make
just
sense.
Alex. Like
Or
I feel like
just
that
her, right.
happens to Brie too. Like
Exactly, that was my example.
Yeah.
Is it happens to Brie, and I know for a fact that Brie hates it, and I know that she's always hated it. I know
it's
that
just
she.
like, why can't Brie just be Brie? Why can't
Exactly.
Kelly be Kelly? Why can't Fran be Fran? Why can't Rhea be Rhea? Like
100%.
we don't always have to say this person is the next this person,
Right.
Because this person is their own person,
Right.
And not everyone at Barstool, like not every podcast at Barstool is like, okay, like a round ball. Like, oh, this could be the next part of my take. No one gets that comparison.
People don't
on
fucking
the
say
show.
that. I
That's
know.
so
This
true.
is like, this is gonna be this is gonna be the next
KFC
KFC radio.
That's
no
so
one,
true.
No one
says
gets that
that.
comparison
Yeah.
because there's room for every guy at this company
Yes.
to have their own space.
Girl, you're saying shit they don't want to hear.
Thank
That
you.
You're
was a
saying
really
the
good
shit they don't
point,
want to
Madeline.
hear.
But like,
And I'm not saying they is like Barstool. I'm saying they, the world.
yeah,
the world. They, the world
Yeah,
does
'cause
not want to hear
I
that.
truly do feel like inside these walls, like the mean girl thing is its own fucking thing, but the guys in this company like don't try to pit the women against each other.
No,
for
they
the
don't.
most part, it is like outside looking in type of thing, but it's there's like 8 football podcasts here,
Yeah.
and not a single one of them is compared to Part of My Take, even though Part of My Take is like the most massive podcast in the world, or
Exactly.
like a Spit and Chicklets or anything like that. Like no one is ever compared to them, ever.
Even when, and say for example, like Part of My Take, I wouldn't even put Part of My Take on the same level of Call Her Daddy, no offense, just because she got that fucking buyout there. It's crazy. It's the biggest sports podcast in the world,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
like,
blah.
what?
But it's different. Again, it's totally different. However, I'm sure there are plenty of podcasts that do just as well as the Mean Girls, but aren't compared to Part of My Take, like you're saying. So like the comparison is not even equal. Like say,
and it's not like Mean Girl is doing Part of My Take numbers. Like
that's what I'm saying. No, not even close. Not even close. Which if they were, I'd be like, all right, I'm really missing
like,
something
holy
here.
shit, what- yeah.
But going all the way back to when Call Her Daddy became popular, which by the way, I was always a Call Her Daddy girl. I liked it. I will say early days when I was seeing their clips, I thought they were annoying together because I was like, these girls are annoying. However, the shit they're saying makes sense. I don't want to admit it because they're kind of annoying, but the shit they're saying makes sense. And then finally, when they really got in the groove of things, I was like, fuck, I want to hate these girls because I'm still annoyed by them, but the clips are great. The stuff they're saying is funny.
They're giving out advice.
It's a good show. Right. And I was like, it's a good show. As much as I hate to admit it, it's a good show. And the thing about Call Her Daddy and why it took off so much, and I think what like somehow everyone here does not register. Well, people in content get this for sure because we all talk about it all the time, being like, we hate when people are compared to Call Her Daddy. The sales team does it constantly. Dave and Erica do it a lot.
Yeah.
And I know that they are using it as an example of success, but I also know that what they did was like revolutionary. Their shit was different. Like Call Her Daddy was controversial at the beginning because women loved it. And it was on a male-dominated platform.
and they talked about
And
sex.
they talked about
openly.
sex openly, and there was that whole thing. The Barstool comments that used to be on the Call Her Daddy videos were just as vile, just as hateful as the ones for Mean Girls. Actually, no, I think Mean Girls get more hate than Call Her Daddy. I'm dead serious.
Again, because there's a lack of like
substance.
Yeah.
And so like they got all this hate or whatever, but the hate was only from men. It was not from women.
Right.
Like women were not commenting on it being like, we don't claim them.
No,
like,
there was
that's
80 million I am unwell hoodies sold.
Exactly. Girls loved it, and it was controversial, and it was crazy, and men were confused because the women loved it and they didn't get it because women are talking about sex, and I can't believe women got out of the kitchen to talk about sex.
9,000. Yeah.
Exactly. It was that kind of vibe, and that is why it took off. And while the men started I love how I'm talking like the men. While the men were hating on Call Her Daddy, the women were like galvanizing behind it, being like, oh, the men hate this? Well, we fucking love it.
Right.
And we're going to shove it down your throat. I'm going to wear my degrade me hoodie.
And I'm going to talk about the Gluck Gluck 9000 on your ass.
I'm taking control of my sexuality. I'm taking control of myself. And that is how that became what it was. And then obviously the falling out. And now Alex Cooper's Barbara fucking Walters. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just what's happening. And that was her trajectory and that was their trajectory. And I do not think it's fair to compare anyone here ever to them because it was a completely different situation. And that bothers me a lot because it makes us feel like, you know, like we can't live up to something like that. Or at least I feel like that. I feel like I can't live up to Call Her Daddy. I can't, no one can. No one can live up to that.
99.9% of people are not Call Her Daddy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't live up to that. Everybody is their own person. Everybody is different. I understand using their model of like, I don't even know. Like their model was
Shock
accidental,
value.
right? The shock value, and it was also kind of accidental. Like they fell into this situation with women loving them and men hating them, and it doing well for their brand. And if that happens with Alex and Jordan, like that would be great. Like if tomorrow it turns around, like the shit that I was talking, right? And tomorrow a whole squad of women comes out and is like, fuck you for saying this. We actually are massive fans. And like, we've just been in hiding. We haven't been vocal enough. We're going to buy all the merch. We're going to do all this. We're going to do all that. And they become Call her daddy, Alex Cooper, would love that. Yes, shove it down my throat, tell me to go fuck myself. I would love that, absolutely. Because again, we're at a company where we're, a rising tide raises all ships. I am completely fine with everybody being successful. I want everyone to be successful because I want to be successful. And that's like, that's how it is. And I just feel like the constant comparisons are incorrect. And I wish that people would stop doing it. And I know that like Mean Girls is the latest example because it's a blonde and brunette talking about relationships and sex. Doesn't mean it's the same thing. It's literally not at all. If you ever listen to their podcast, it's not the fucking same. I would love honestly, like to pull everybody from sales, Dave, Erica too, everybody, put them in a room, have them listen to an early episode of Call Her Daddy and have them listen to an episode of Mean Girls today and see and then say, compare them now. Like there's just no comparison. It's not the same show. They're not the same people. And it's not the same trajectory. It's a different journey.
Which
and
is
it's
fine.
Infuriating. Which is fine. And
but again,
it's how it should be.
Right.
It should be like that. Everybody should do their own thing and carve their own path.
Right.
And it's so annoying that especially female brands get compared to Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
It just doesn't happen with the male brands here.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And
Like-
it's infuriating.
Like now that I'm thinking about it, like I just have never heard anyone in meetings or anything been like, why aren't people doing what Part of My Take does? Like, because not everyone can do it.
Because they're like, in their head, they're like, oh, no one can be like Part of My Take. They're on another level brain wise. Like their level is nuts. Like no one can be them. But it's like, okay, then have that same energy for Call Her Daddy. No one can be them. She did what she did. And that's amazing. So why are we like, I don't know. Why? I'm with you.
The biggest difference I feel like with Call Her Daddy too is like the shock value was the sex of like Alex and Sophia being like, if you don't cheat on him, he like that whole
right. They would say shit like that for clickbait, which
that
is salacious, not stupid. It was salacious.
This is a bit of stupidity we're looking at here.
It's a lot of stupidity.
It's the dinosaurs,
it's 100%
and
stupidity.
the washing the hands.
Yes.
And it's this shit like that where you're like, that's not shock value. Like I'm shocked that you're saying this on a microphone as a 29-year-old woman. This was shock value. Like Call Her Daddy was shock value of, oh my God, I can't believe a woman is talking about sex on the internet.
Exactly. It's so different. And that's
it's
why
revolutionary versus stupid.
Completely. And that is my gripe because I'm like, let's change the world. Let's not perpetuate a stereotype, forever. And I know I'm being dramatic. Let's change the world. But like, that's just how I feel. Well, and I do. And that's my issue is that I'm not above clickbait. I've never been above clickbait. I think that we are all smart enough to use clever clickbait. I think that there are also different kinds of clickbait. There is that stupidity mongering, which I said. And there's also the salacious aspect, which was definitely Call Her Daddy's vibe. And it fucking worked. And then there's just blatant like lies and you like, check this out. It's so crazy what I did. And you click it.
I can't believe this is what happened next.
Right. And it's like, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. And there's also a lot of different ways to stir up controversy in a clip. Like you just don't have to dumb yourself down to put this out. I don't know. And that's my problem with it. And it sucks that like, I don't know. It sucks that I even had to say it. Like I just thought for sure that eventually they would stop with this bullshit and it would turn into like their real thoughts and feelings and whatever. And it just never did, which is why now I'm like, okay, hands up. I can't fucking do this anymore. Yeah. Someone's got to say it. And if any of the men were talking like this about these women, I think it would be a problem. I will acknowledge that. Like I think I'm being a little more harsh because I'm like, I'm a woman too. And we both look stupid right now.
It's like you're shaking them.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. And maybe I'm being too passionate about it. Maybe I'm like involving myself too much or like what, but I just feel passionate about it. I just want us all to look good. I want us to look cool. I don't want to be at Barstool and be like, oh, I work for Barstool. Like, not those lame girls though. Like, I'm different. Like, it's just, how many times do I fucking say that?
I feel like that makes it look worse if you're like, oh, well, I'm not like those girls. Like, I'm better. Like, that puts you
I want to
as
be
more of
proud
like a pitting woman.
Put out here.
I'm like, oh oh, you like the Mean Girls? Yeah, I work with them.
Right.
Like, you want to be proud of the people you work next to.
Exactly. And I want to support these women and I want to support all the women here because we have it harder and that's just how it is. And so I always pump up Bria and Fran. I always try to pump up Bria and Grace as much as I can. Like everybody I'm trying to pump and I want to pump these girls up too, but I can't genuinely pump up this bullshit. And that's why I'm like, you got to stop. Like and again, I'm not the end all be all, whatever, but I know that if they were putting out clips of the content they're actually creating, that more people would get behind them in an authentic way than in a hate way. Because right now they put out a clip every week and it's just 100 quote tweets from people inside the company being like, what the fuck are we doing here? What the hell is this? Like, doesn't that suck? Like, doesn't that hurt your feelings after a while? Like, I don't think
Rhea and Fran have ever once made me feel like, oh my God, what the hell are they saying? And they were in Times Square.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to do that. And again, too, like the comparing to different people within the company and all of that, like that's naturally going to happen. But I also just wish that it wouldn't. I think that Allison Jordan are just better than what they're putting out. And that's just basically what I'm trying to be the friend that's like, you're better than this. You know what I mean? Like be better than the Gap, you know, like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. So that's what's been going on. That's how I feel. And that's it. They haven't said anything to me yet. I don't know if they'll even talk about it online. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I thought for sure I'd get some kind of text or like a, oh my God, like something. But I got like, LOL, Kelly, like what a bitch. Like I thought for sure I'd be like, wow, Kelly, bitchier than I thought. Like that's the level that I'm on, at least I thought I was on with Alex. Like I thought for sure she'd be like, funny blog, but pretty mean or something like that. And I got nothing. So I don't know if they hate me, if they're never going to talk to me again. Jordan sits behind me, so I have to see her at some point. Hopefully I'll see her when I go downstairs and be like, how's it going? Are you all right? Like I haven't heard from you guys. So we'll see. But okay. The last thing I want to talk about, what time is it? Okay. The last thing I want to talk about really quick, and I don't have time to answer questions because I know that literally 2 weeks ago I said I was going to answer questions and do a video, and then I didn't do it because I have to be honest with you. Whenever Gia's out of town, I feel like a lost puppy and a lost soul, and I just don't want to do it without the crew. Like,
same.
And I don't want to disrupt everybody else's lives and be like, come up and like, well, I don't know. So like, Gia's out of town, we're not having episodes. That's just what it is. We don't have ad obligations right now, so we have the luxury of being able to do that. And it's just like, we got to have the squad. If we don't have the squad, then I don't feel good. So that's what's happening. But today is Wednesday as you're listening to this episode. Tonight, I will do a live on my Instagram that will be answering all the questions. When I told you guys to submit questions on my Instagram, I will answer them all and we'll have fun and we'll do that. So that'll be a separate situation because we don't have time for it today. We cannot let this show go by without discussing our sweet, sweet queen, Taylor Allison Swift.
Oh my God! I can't believe we didn't even talk about that.
We didn't even talk about it yet.
Do you want to step out of the room?
But here's the thing. So we're not going to get into it. We don't have time to even get into it really. Or do we? I don't know. What time do we start?
I have dozen at 4.
Oh, it's 2:30.
Okay, 2:30. So we'll go about this for like 10 minutes and then we'll call it a day. But so Gia is not wanting spoilers.
It's okay. I've seen a lot anyways.
You've seen it now?
I've seen the whole set list. It's impossible to scroll.
It's really
on
hard
TikTok
to
without-
avoid.
Oh my God.
I will say, don't talk about the opening because I don't know what
I won't.
I know what she does for the opening song, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it sounds like.
No,
okay.
I won't talk about the show itself because there are people that are trying to avoid spoilers. They're trying to go into it with like
like I know the
eye.
songs. I know.
Right. The songs is one thing. You can't avoid the songs.
Yeah.
She's gonna a few things I want to point out. One, she looks fucking amazing. She's never looked better.
She looks very sexy.
She looks very sexy.
Yeah.
I saw, and again, this is, I'm not trying to spoil. She does perform vigilante shit. She does a performance to that song. Holy
With the chair.
fuck.
Yeah.
With the chair.
It's like burlesque.
I haven't seen the whole thing. Every time I see it, I see her like pulling the chair. I'm like,
dude, it is another level.
I need to save that for real life. Like I need
Straight up.
to. Yeah.
I've never seen her look so hot. Like she just looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible how she can be so sexy yet so elegant and beautiful.
Exactly.
Like 1 second she looks so hot, 1 second she looks like a literal
fairy.
god,
like a goddess. Like a literal goddess.
Yeah,
This,
with
and
her
this is what
flowy
ladies,
dress.
This is what I've aspired to be like my whole fucking life. Like that is the goal. Like you want to be this like sexy, gorgeous girl, but you also want to be this well-respected, talented goddess.
Yeah.
Like it's just she has it all. She has it all.
God, I have the
and I
chills.
love her so
I'm
much.
so mad at you, Gia, that you get to see this.
No,
in
I
person.
know. Like
gonna
I'm
kill
so
myself.
I'm getting upset. Like
You guys will get tickets.
we'll go. We will
I've
be
seen,
going. We're
I've
putting
seen
in the
so
universe.
many TikToks of people being like, "These were my seats day of," and it's like section 100, and like they
That
bought
makes
it
me
for
feel better because I have
$50.
not seen those yet. So okay,
Yeah.
good.
It will be good.
You'll
we
get
will,
tickets.
We will all get to go. Like
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident about it. Again, Ticketmaster has given us all this agita, all this like feeling of anxiety, but I feel like we will all prevail in the end.
I agree.
She looks amazing. Her costumes are out fucking rageous.
Fabulous.
So
good.
fabulous. She does she plays songs obviously from all the different eras, and she has a costume change sometimes two for each one, and they all have different vibes. Like she's got the glitz and the glamour, she's got the folklore evermore whimsical Stevie Nicks shit going on. Like she looks unbelievable with her outfits, and I have never, like I said, I've never seen a Taylor Swift show in person. I have seen, obviously I've watched the concerts on Netflix and on on Disney Plus and wherever else they are. And she really puts on an incredible performance, but this is unlike anything I've ever seen. There's all this like stage interaction, there's the dancing and the pyrotechnics, and there's just so much going on.
44 songs.
44
It's a 3-hour set list, not including the opener.
No breaks. Woman takes no breaks. It's insane. And to have that, and I want to shout out like the stamina it takes to do that. Imagine dancing around and singing for 3 hours and still sounding as good as you are. Like,
it's crazy.
When I watched so many clips of the first one that I feel like I watched the whole concert, to be honest. But
True.
I woke up, I had fallen asleep really early the night before, and I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I just watched clips and cried for like an hour and a half. Like, I could not stop crying because she sounds amazing. I could cry right now. Like, she sounds amazing. She looks amazing. Like, the songs were so good. But all I kept thinking about was, oh my God, isn't she tired? Like,
and then she's like, go do it again the next night.
Exactly. Like, isn't her voice
if you think
hurt?
about it, she hasn't toured in so long. Though that like she probably has all this like built up like energy.
Definitely.
See, I was
but
thinking,
still, it's still.
I was
insane.
thinking the opposite of like she hasn't done it in so long. She's probably like, oh my God, I forgot how hard this is.
Oh yeah, maybe.
True, it could
maybe
be that
when it
too.
started.
But here's a question I have for both of you. Do you think that she, and I feel certain that this is the case, but do you think that she had to like prepare for this? Like, I feel like I need to hire like a personal trainer. I need to hire my voice coach back up and like train myself and practice this over and over again. And
like
of course
run
she
while
does.
singing.
Yeah, and she does rehearsals and stuff, of course, at the stadiums, and she was doing that the whole week leading up to the concerts. But you need more than a week.
Oh
like,
yeah,
to
no,
do
she
all that
definitely
shit.
was doing so much shit to prepare.
But I'm so proud of her. I'm so
know.
proud of her.
It looks so
It looks
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
I can't even like. This is the biggest thing in my life.
Who are the openers for your concert?
Phoebe Bridgers and Gracie Abrams.
Wow, you got this.
I'm
You've got the
gonna
best. The best.
I know. I think it might be
Crying.
I think it might be Gail and Phoebe Bridgers for Philly, but yeah,
Phoebe Bridgers
New York
is
is
there.
Gracie Abrams and
Yeah. Which will be that's what
and
I'll
Gracie
get to
Abrams'
see.
new album is so.
I need to
fucking
listen. I've
good.
heard it's part of me.
Oh my God,
wants to
it's
walk
so
I haven't listened
good.
yet.
I know. I need
Fran
to
was
listen
telling
to
me the
it.
other day that
Yeah,
I gotta
so
listen
good.
to
I
it.
love her. So yeah,
I like her
excited
too.
Oh,
about
that's
that.
gonna be so good.
I'm really
know.
pumped up. I'm really pumped up.
I know.
I
My
like
outfits
to,
came and
You slayed
I
the
know.
outfits.
I really,
Yeah.
really, really did a good job.
incredible. Ooh,
Yeah.
I love that. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you guys something that I purchased that I saw somebody else wearing it on TikTok, but I haven't seen a lot of people wearing it, so I was gonna gatekeep it and like not tell anybody that I did this because I thought it was a really clever idea.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you where I ordered it. You can find it on your own Google. But I ordered a like, what is it? Temporary back tattoo from the You Need to Calm Down video.
That's cool.
Where it's the snake turning into all the butterflies
Yeah.
going up her back. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's gonna look fucking fly.
Yeah, that's
and again,
gonna
I don't
look
even have tickets
sick.
yet, but like,
No, but
I'm
you're
obviously planning
like
my outfit.
manifesting.
So I don't know what the rest of the outfit's gonna be, but I felt so fucking cool for finding thinking of that and getting it. And of course, I see other people doing it too. But
I'm nervous.
Everyone's
back
doing
tattoo.
every like niche idea you could think of. Everyone's doing it.
But I love that we're all Swifties are creative and
Yeah.
cool, and it's not that it is an original. We were given a blueprint from Taylor of all the things,
right.
And whatever speaks to us is what we do.
Yeah.
I will say, not to bring my divorced parents into this, I do feel like Harry Styles, the Love on Tour, kind of started this whole like dressing
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
in
I
like
totally
costume
agree. Yes.
for a concert, like dressing to the concert.
Yes.
I feel like Love on Tour did kind of start that trend. I also feel like people like coming out of the pandemic, people are like, I'm just so fucking into being outside. But,
I agree.
Like, I think the Taylor Swift one, because there's just so much more content there, is like on level 1,000 compared to that.
And it's like the eras, so like everyone
so you
wants
can
to
dress
do, like,
to
different eras.
Yeah, 'cause
course.
your two outfits are, I would say, two different eras.
Oh yeah,
1,000%.
Definitely.
And-
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh, is that baby boy Owen?
it's Baby Boy. It's okay. I can't be mad at Baby Boy.
That's great.
But I feel like everyone is dressing up for it, and now I'm nervous if I get tickets like really last minute. What the fuck am I gonna wear? I'm gonna look like a stupid idiot. I'm gonna roll up with jeans and a t-shirt.
You're just gonna have to plan an outfit now, and it's like if
you just have to plan.
I just have to plan an outfit now in
just
case.
be the change you wish to see in the world. Like make it happen. Like manifest it. It's
That's
happening
like
for you. It's
that's
happening
the
for me.
mantra for today. We are just trying to be the change we wish to
Yes,
see.
be the
in this world.
change we wish to see in the world. But yeah, so it's exciting, and you're absolutely right about that. I don't know if Harry Styles started it. I feel like yes, he definitely started this
Or
new
like
trend.
made
Made it popular for
popularized
sure
it.
for like TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the dressing up at other Taylor concerts. I know people did it, but you're right about the different eras. I think that's giving people more creativity. Right. Whereas like when it was the Red Tour, everybody just wore red or a hat or whatever, and that was the vibe.
I always drew for every Taylor Swift concert I've been to. I've drawn
do the
like 13 on
I might
hands.
draw the 13 on myself for
I think
this
I'm
one.
going to.
I think
too.
You could. It's the era.
I was thinking about
That's what I
doing the
mean.
lyrics.
Oh,
Down
I
my
love
arm.
that
Ooh.
too.
Yeah, 'cause you know how she always used to do the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
That
you
gives me
guys.
Because I'm doing
Throwback.
debut, and she always used to do that like early in time.
Yeah,
Of
what,
course.
What lyrics would you do?
Probably something from folklore.
I was gonna say,
Of course, yeah, but still love it.
I'm
Just-
folklore girl till I die.
I'm-
We are
I'm the same.
folklore.
Yeah.
Evermore
This is a
girls.
folklore
Yeah,
podcast.
I
for
know.
sure. Folklore evermore.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Also, but her 44 songs like slayed every single one of them. Like she
I know,
picked
every
such
single
good
one.
songs.
Great
Why
songs.
no Speak Now?
Or I thought it was
She
no,
did Enchanted.
It's like only Enchanted.
She did Enchanted. You know
I
what
know.
though? I bet anything it's because whatever is happening with Speak Now, the fact that we haven't like gotten it. Oh fuck! I forgot. I got this inside info. I didn't text you this.
Wait, what?
So I was with a good friend of mine the other day who has a friend who just recently started working in Taylor Swift's camp.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck yes, you tell me everything.
Yeah.
And she has to kind of, she has to be whatever about it. But apparently the Speak Now album re-release, Taylor's version, has been pushed a few times. Apparently it's supposed to have come out like a few times, and they keep moving it for different reasons,
Right.
whether it's like drama in the news or drama in her life or like whatever's going on. It's supposed to have come out by now, but it's not. So I'm wondering if they're waiting or if she's waiting for this album to finally fucking come out. Like there must be something tying it up or something going on. And maybe if she performs too many Speak Now songs, it's like a problem. So that's the only excuse I can think for it.
Right.
However, I did also read, and I don't know how true this is, but I read that if she is performing songs from the albums that she doesn't completely own the rights for yet, that she has to pay like a dividend or something to Scooter Braun. And I can't imagine she's wanting to do that a lot of
That makes
times. Like I'm
sense.
sure she's going to have to for a couple.
Is it just Speak Now and Debut
Debut.
that need to be Taylor's version?
No, 1989.
and 1989.
1989.
And Reputation.
No, I don't
No,
think
I think she owned
Reputation.
Reputation outright. No?
I don't know.
No, I think Reputation was the last one because wasn't.
Oh, I thought Reputation was like the response to it.
Was it?
I think
Why am I blanking?
I don't
Because
know.
it goes Reputation, then Folklore Evermore, yeah?
Yeah.
No, a Lover.
Or
and
Lover.
then-
Lover, right.
Yeah.
Lover is all hers.
Yes.
That I know. Lover is all hers.
Goat album.
For some reason, though, no, I think Reputation is not hers.
Okay.
I know. I
All-
think so
all
too.
yet.
So, okay, so it's Debut, Speak Now, 1989,
and
and
Reputation.
Reputation.
And
Oh,
Reputation.
I think, yes, because there were 4. There's still 4 that has to be
Yes.
recorded.
Okay.
So
And
I
that's the
think
4.
that it's coming. Whatever she did the first night acoustic Tim McGraw. I think
Yeah.
that's the only one that she's done from debut at all. Like she
Yeah.
hasn't done any
Kind
others.
of crazy. I mean, I get it.
And-
Like they're not like
Because
really.
what is she gonna
the
do?
country
like, we
vibes.
all know Tim McGraw and we like Tim
Yeah.
McGraw. And,
Like Teardrops on My Guitar.
I do love Teardrops on My Guitar.
I feel like it's just like,
it's a little
you gotta
kitschy.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's whatever.
like, what is better than Revenge on Debut?
No,
that's Speak
Speak
Now.
Now.
Speak Now.
Oh, I love that fucking
I
song.
Or not,
know.
God, I love
thinking,
that song.
I'm thinking
Speak Now
Picture
has
to Burn. Sorry, I'm
Picture
thinking
to
Picture
Burn.
to
Oh, yeah,
Burn.
like, that would
Great
be a
fucking
good one.
song.
Great song.
Oh.
That song we could. Well, maybe she doesn't want to bring that up because the original lyrics were.
It's just like,
I tell
"And you're gay."
Yeah, I tell my friends
Yeah.
you're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Slayed for
everyone
that.
say what they would want their 2 surprise songs to be.
Oh my god. It's so hard because honestly,
I was so upset
I
that
was
she did
devastated.
Mirrorball.
I was gonna say Mirrorball.
Devastated. We're all Mirrorball girlies.
Devastated.
Devastated.
Like
Yeah.
my heart sank.
So
to my
upset.
feet.
She's doing it for those who don't know. She's doing 1 or 2 acoustic
Yeah.
songs per concert, but she's using songs that she's not going to use again. Like
Yeah,
moving on.
which-
So the first concert she used Mirrorball, and I'm devastated.
Yeah,
Second one she used my.
This Is Me Trying?
This
Did
Is Me Trying.
Me trying.
Which
yeah.
another fucking banger.
I know. Like, can she stop?
I know. Yeah, stop, girl, stop.
Yeah.
Stop
And then I
doing
forget
these.
what the other one. Then it was Tim McGraw. And then I forget what the other one was for the second night at Glendale. I don't remember.
State of
Was
Grace.
Was it Marjorie?
Oh, yes,
State of Grace.
Grace.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah, yeah.
which would have
Which
been
is-
mine.
Yeah.
I
Mirrorball and State of Grace.
State of Grace like just brings me back to like being young. Okay, well mine would be
what are yours?
I might have to do 3 or 4.
Right Where You
Yeah.
Left Me. And
yes.
Getaway Car.
Ooh, good one. Getaway Car on the Reputation tour was really
Yeah,
good.
or Out of the Woods.
So good.
good.
Yeah,
All
so
so
those would
good.
be my 3.
I
Great
would do,
choices.
okay.
I realize mine.
Okay,
Keep going.
I'm gonna do ones that like mirror ball. Like pretty much all 4 of the ones that she did already. I would put on there. But
yeah, same. Honestly.
Enchanted.
She does do
She does it.
Enchanted.
she does it.
oh,
yeah.
That's when she has the
thank
big
God.
dress.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see it yet.
Only Speak
She
Now
really
song she
does hit a lot
Okay.
of the great
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, so
Like,
let me throw that one out. Paper rings.
Okay.
I
like
love
paper
paper rings.
yeah, me too.
Which is such a me answer. I love that song.
No, it's
I
cute.
hate that song.
It's a cute song.
I was Lover came
Darling,
out right
you're
after
the
my
one
first
I want.
breakup, and it like made me believe in love again.
I am obsessed
It's very
with the Lover
cute,
album.
yeah.
I love
really
the Lover
am.
album.
I like the Lover album.
Okay, so Paper Rings, Speak Now, like literally Speak Now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
song.
yeah. Love that song. Don't say it.
Oh, love that song.
Run
And
away now.
I feel like I have to throw a third one in there. Oh, no, she sings that. Okay, those are my 2. I was gonna say Champagne
yeah.
Problems. She sings that.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
does. I
sings
know,
that. Yeah,
which is
yeah.
amazing.
It's
I'm going to
unbelievable.
lose my mind
No,
to
me
that
too.
song.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Does she do? She does August, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
God,
But
she does all of the good
I
ones.
I don't
know.
think I've seen a clip of her singing
I
August
haven't.
yet, though, which is kind of nuts.
Oh, I haven't seen
Everybody
any,
says she
'cause
plays
every
it.
time I see it, I'm like,
You're
oh,
right, you're
I haven't
scrolling.
seen
Yeah.
Enchanted yet. I saw a bit of August.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot, but August hasn't popped up. I'm sure it'll pop up now that I said it
Yeah.
out loud. But okay, so mine would be You're Right Where You Left Me reminded me.
Yeah.
The Lakes.
Yeah,
I have
The Lakes is
chills
really
just
good.
Talking
Do you
about
think
it.
she would do that?
Take me to the lakes where all the
Poets went to die. I don't belong.
And
My beloved, neither do you. Yeah,
God, that's my
those
fucking
Windermere
bitch.
peaks look like a perfect place to cry.
I'm setting off, but not
Without
without
my muse. Yeah, I love
Ooh, not
that.
without you. I fucking love that song.
I love all the bonus
I
tracks.
Want auroras
Yeah.
and sad it's just such a beautifully written song. Oh, I literally have chills.
It's
like, I
Time to
cry.
Go
Like,
would also be a really
Time
good
to Go
one,
is so
too.
good. So okay, so The Lakes for sure. Sorry for the singing. I had one. Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Oh,
I know. I'm upset.
So
I'm
Kelly,
upset.
yes.
I'm upset that
I'm
we didn't get
surprised
it.
she doesn't do that
I am
one.
too because it's such a
Like
fucking
imagine
good
her
one.
in the stadium, be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That song,
literally.
I can literally
Oh my God.
Goodbye is death.
Death
Like
by
that, us all like
1,000 cuts,
clapping at that time,
flashbacks,
waking
waking
me
me
up. Get drunk, but it's not enough till the morning comes and you're not my baby. I look through the windows of this love, even though we boarded
Like-
it up.
like,
Chandeliers
Still flicker in here
but
because
I
I
can't
can't
pretend
pretend
it's okay when it's not.
Oh,
and then
God.
imagine the end where it's like, my lips, my body,
Yeah.
my blood,
Exactly.
trying to find a part of me
that you didn't touch. I would have a stroke. I would have a stroke.
Yeah,
I think.
literally.
So let's pray for that.
Oh my
for
God, Kelly,
one
that
of the
was
ones
so
you end up-
good.
I know.
Yeah, that was a really
Okay.
good call.
And my third one is I love it so much. I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys care about this like I do.
Yeah,
Like, it just makes me
literally.
feel
I'm
so
like
good.
sweating thinking about
I know,
it.
me
I
too.
know.
And I'm
I
not-
have like
and I
a
don't
pit in
know
my
tickets.
stomach kind
I'm
of.
basically like in tears. Anyway,
Yeah.
my third one, if I got the third one as an opportunity, also from the Lover album, feel like it doesn't get enough love.
Yeah.
False God. That song is fucking sexy.
Yeah, that
like
song
that's
is
a
Wait,
sexy
I'm like
sexy
looking through
song.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift songs now. Does she do
And that's it.
Marjorie?
Yeah, she does.
Okay,
does.
that's why because
Oh, she
I've been
does
going through a
Marjorie,
Marjorie
yeah.
kick recently.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Great
like,
song.
why am I like randomly thinking about Marjorie? It's because
Your
I saw
grandma?
no. What?
It's supposed to be
It's
her
about
grandma.
her
Her
grandma.
Oh no, but
grandma
I'm just like,
is-
why am I randomly on that
Oh
kick?
no, that's what I meant. Like,
yeah,
is
that is
something
random.
going on with your grandma?
No, they're all dead. But like I was, but it's because I saw I must have seen a TikTok and it like sparked my memory.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm like trying to like let me.
Dear
like,
John would be a good one too.
Oh, I would fucking die for Dear John, but you know
Yeah.
she's never even
She'd
gonna.
never.
I'll be
she's
surprised if
never.
she like re-records that
I
song.
know, me
Like,
too.
I'm hoping, you know.
the
Yeah.
Lucky One. I love the
Oh,
Lucky
that's a
One.
good one too.
Interesting.
It's one of
That's
my
a good
favorite
one,
like
too.
underrated songs. Or
I
like,
can't believe she doesn't do Getaway Car.
does she do Holy Ground?
That is actually
because I love Holy
surprising.
Ground.
I love Holy Ground,
I love
too.
Holy
I
Ground.
don't know if she
I love
does.
Red.
Yeah, the Red girlies are coming out. I feel like she, the ones that she had tours for, she doesn't do as many songs from. That
Like,
might not
you've
even
already
be
gotten your
true.
kick.
Yeah, that
She
might
does
not
a
be
Yeah.
lot
true.
more folklore and Evermore than I thought she was gonna.
Same.
Same.
And that's
Which,
what makes me
thank
think that.
God.
And
Yeah.
and Lover. She has a lot of Lover
Lover.
songs, and she's all the Lover songs are near the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't wait for
that's the
Cruel
thing.
Summer. Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god,
can't
right?
wait for Cruel Summer.
But so that's like
What
that's
does she
the
do from
the vibe.
Midnights? I didn't see a ton of.
Oh,
Midnights.
she does a bunch at the end.
Yeah, she does a bunch at the
She
end.
does Lavender
Bejeweled,
Haze, Bejeweled,
Bejeweled,
Karma,
Anti-Hero.
Mastermind, and
Yeah.
Antihero.
Okay.
And I think maybe. No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's
I wish
it.
she did like You're on Your Own Kid or like Sweet Nothing.
That's what people are wanting.
know.
That
You're on
people
Your
are
Own
upset
Kid.
about you're on your
Yeah.
own kid.
That would also be a good one
That's
to like
that's like
end
the only
with.
one that
Yeah.
I really like from that. I like that album. I don't love it. That's like my number one that I love.
Yeah, You're on Your
Yeah.
Own Kid, or I also think would be good in Stadium is Question.
I fucking Question's like still my favorite song.
I love that song.
Midnights.
Like, imagine her in a big ass Met Life being like,
kiss you in a crowd,
and like she does the freaking Taylor Swift. She's like, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like, she does that thing with her finger. That she
yeah,
does.
right. Yeah, where she's like,
can I ask you a question?
Taylor, and I'll say this, and this is just a crossover in my mind, because my mind is in two places. It's in Harry Potter and it's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift does a Voldemort hand sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
she
she's
does.
always like, she's witchy.
She
She does Willow, which I'm thrilled about. I fucking love Willow. I don't know why. The way that she sings in it is like ethereal, and it hits me in the right way.
It's I'm so jealous of you, and I want to go.
You don't have to be jealous because you're going.
Because I'm gonna go too.
You don't have to be jealous because you're going. You don't have to be jealous because you're
going. Oh, you know what? I also really want Cowboy Like Me.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would like to have Right Where You Left Me. Cowboy Like Me, I think, is up there with my favorite. Yeah.
Cowboy like me,
perched in the dark, telling all the rich folks anything you want to hear, like it could be love. It could be a way for us, only if you pay for it.
I don't know all this.
You're a bandit like me, eyes for the stars. I love that song.
Also, and then for your Phoebe concert, you're gonna get nothing new.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Chills. Do we? Because I love that song.
I will cry.
I will. No,
I might need to get helicoptered out.
No, same. Wait, I need to like walk around with an IV drip for hydration. You know?
Because
I'm be crying so much.
There's a really funny clip. Of a girl from TikTok. And it's the end of the concert, and she just has black mascara all down her face from crying so hard. She's like, "We can't go yet. Like, she hasn't done Cowboy Like Me." I was like, "That's literally going to be me." Yeah.
I love that video where she's like, "No, she's definitely gonna come back out." Like,
yeah.
Oh, also, I Bet You Think About Me.
I love that song too.
How did I forget about that? I've been watching that. I've been listening to that song. Like, I had a kick on that song maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Shoes,
Repeat.
$1 million couch.
Another song that came up right after, like I broke up with my last boyfriend, and then 3 days later the Red re-release came out, which was great timing.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Thank God I did that. Yeah. And then I Bet You Think About Me came out, and I was like, this is my Bible.
It's magic. It's magic. And that music video,
love Chris Stapleton's voice in that.
Same. And the music video for that is so good with Miles Teller and whatever. Oh,
I really like that song too. I like it a lot.
Oh my God.
I also
say she wrote a song about me.
Again, I think all of these have like lines that would be so good in like a stadium setting that like would get everyone just like.
What if Taylor just put a concert on where it's just like the best parts of each song? Like,
the best bridges.
One-liners, right? Just a full
concert of bridges.
I'd have a stroke for sure.
Oh, I'm so excited to go.
I know, me too. Fuck, we're all so excited. Okay, all right, let's wrap it up. We can talk about this for the rest of our lives. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check out my blogs, check out all my other bullshit, follow me on Instagram, see what's going on, keep up with the drama, and also just keep up with us. So we'll see you later.